Welcome to perpendicular lines. So perpendicular lines meet at right angles. And we use a rule that is that the gradient of one line times the gradient of the other equals to -1. Or rearranging it, the gradient of the one we're trying to find, so the second one is equal to -1 over the one that we know, so gradient 1. And another way to remember is negative reciprocal. And I'll go through each of these as we go through. So we're going to determine if the following lines are perpendicular. So the first one, y equals 2x plus 3 and y equals minus a half x minus 5. And the second one, 2x plus 3, y equals 9 and 3x plus 2, y equals 10. So for the first example, first gradient is 2 and the second gradient is minus a half. So for perpendicular lines, if we multiply the gradients together and we get -1, then the lines are perpendicular. So 2 times minus a half is -1. We can also look at it that 2 and minus a half are negative reciprocals of each other. So that's another way that you could think of it. So therefore the lines are perpendicular. Second example, so remember from our video on parallel lines, we have to rearrange it into the form of y equals mx plus b to find the gradient. So we rearrange the first one. So we're going to subtract the 2x over to the other side. So we get 3y equals minus 2x plus 9. So y equals minus 2/3 x plus 3, giving us the gradient of the first one is minus 2/3. The second one, subtract the 3x to the other side and you get 2y equals minus 3x plus 10. Divide everything by 2 and you get minus 3 on 2x plus 5. So the gradient of the second one is minus 3 on 2. So multiplying those together, we get the 1, but a minus times a minus is a positive. So we don't get -1. So therefore the lines are not perpendicular. And if you have a look, they are the reciprocal of each other, but they're not the negative reciprocal of each other. So therefore, they're not perpendicular. Second example. Find the equation of the line perpendicular to 2x plus 4y minus 1 equals 0. And it passes through the point -1, -5. So the first part we're going to look at is we're going to take the line 2x plus 4y minus 1 equals 0, and we're going to find the gradient of the line that's perpendicular to it. So step 1, find the gradient of the line that we've been given. So once again, we rearrange the equation. We've got to get that into the form of y equals mx plus b. So 4y equals minus 2x plus 1. Divide everything by 4. So y equals minus a half x plus a quarter. So the gradient of that line is minus a half. So that's the one we've been given and the one we do know. So secondly, we use the knowledge that it said it's perpendicular. So therefore we find the gradient of the perpendicular line. So we can either do negative reciprocal or we can multiply them out to equal to -1. And if we do either method, we get the gradient equals to 2. So let me just run through negative reciprocal. So if we've got minus a half, the reciprocal of a half is 2 over 1. And the negative, so we already got a negative, we remove the negative, and that gives us just 2 over 1 or 2. Final part. Find the equation of the line. Y minus y1 equals mx plus, y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. That's the equation part. And use the point -1, -5. So substituting that in along with the gradient that was 2, we get y minus -5 equals 2x minus -1. Expand your bracket and then subtract the 5 across. So the equation of the line is y equals 2x minus 3. Thank you.